The Black Yajurveda, Kanda 7, the explanation of the Soma sacrifice continued. Prapathaka 1, the one-day sacrifice. Mantra 1. Production of offspring is light. Agna is the light of the gods. The Viraj is the light of the meters. The Viraj's speech ends in Agna. It is produced according to the Viraj, therefore it is called light. 2 stomas bear the morning pressing, like expiration and inspiration. 2, the midday pressing, like eye and ear. 2, the third pressing, like speech and support. This sacrifice is commensurate with man, and is perfect. Whatever desire a man has, he wins by it, for one wins all, by that which is perfect. By means of the Agnishtoma, Prajapata created offspring. By means of the Agnishtoma, he grasped them. When he grasped them, the male escaped. Following it, he took its seed and placed it in the donkey. Therefore, the donkey has double seed. They also say he placed it in the mare. Therefore, the mare has double seed. They also say in the plants he placed it. Therefore, plants, though not anointed, glisten. They also say he placed it in offspring. Therefore, twins are born. Therefore, the mule has no offspring, for his seed has been taken from him. Therefore, he is not suitable for the sacrifice, but is suitable if there is a sacrifice, when one gives to the priests all one's goods are 1,000, for he escaped. He who knowing thus sacrifices with the Agnishtoma begets unborn offspring, and grasps those that are born. Therefore they say it is the best of sacrifices. Prajapata indeed is the best, for he sacrificed with it first. Prajapata desired, may I have offspring. He meted out the trevret from his mouth. After it, the god Agna was created, the Gayatri meter, the Ratantara Saman, of men, the Brahman, of cattle, the goat. Therefore are they the chief, for they were produced from the mouth. From the breast and arms he meted out the Panchadasa stoma. After it, the god Indra was created, the Trishtub meter, the Brahat Saman, of men, the Rajanya, of cattle, the sheep. Therefore they are strong, for they were created from strength. From the middle he meted out the Saptadasa stoma. After it, the all gods as deities were created, the Jagati meter, the Vairupa Saman, of men, the Vaithya, of cattle, cows. Therefore are they to be eaten, for they were created from the receptacle of food. Therefore are they more numerous than others, for they were created after the most numerous of the gods. From the feet he meted out the Ekavimsa stoma. After it, the Anashtub meter was created, the Vairaja Saman, of men, the Sudra, of cattle, the horse. Therefore the two, the horse and the Sudra, are dependent on others. Therefore the Sudra is not fit for the sacrifice, for he was not created after any gods. Therefore they depend on their feet, for they were created from the feet. The Trivrit is the breath, the Panchadasa, the half-months, the Saptadasa, Prajapata. These worlds are 3. The Ekavimsa is the sun yonder. In this they rest, in this they find support. Who knows thus rests on this, finds support in this. Now, some people are going to say that the one set of references indicates that the human was going around having sex with the animals and masturbating upon the plants and stuff like this, but no, that's not what they mean. Mantra 712. At the morning pressing, he keeps glorifying the Trivrit stoma. by the Gayatri meter, the Panchadasa stoma by the Trivrit, which is splendor, by the Saptadasa, by the Panchadasa, which is force and strength, the Ekavimsa by the Saptadasa, which is connected with Prapathaka and causes begetting. Verily, thus, stoma glorifies stoma. Verily also, stoma leads stoma forth. As many as are the stomas, so many are desires, so many the worlds, so many delights. Verily, so many stomas, so many desires, so many worlds, so many lights does he win. And it's important to know that if we don't know them all, that doesn't mean that we are limited in the reach of our rituals. And the Saptadasa, the Panchadasa, the Ekavimsa, and other terms, if you know what they mean or have an opinion on these. Mantra 713. The theologians say, he indeed would really sacrifice, who having sacrificed with the Agnishtoma, should also sacrifice with the Sarvashtoma. If they omit the Trivrit stoma, then his vital errors are omitted. But he who offers the sacrifice does so with the wish, may it be in my vital errors. If they omit the Panchadasa stoma, his strength is omitted, but he who offers the sacrifice does so with the wish, may it be in my strength. If they omit the Saptadasa stoma, his offspring is omitted, but he who offers the sacrifice does so with the wish, may it be in my offspring. If they omit the Ekavimsa stoma, his support is omitted, but he who offers the sacrifice does so with the wish, may it be in my support. If they omit the Pranava stoma, his seasons and the strength of the nakshatras are omitted, but he who offers the sacrifice does so with the wish, may it be in my seasons and the strength of the nakshatras. If they omit the Treya Strimsa stoma, his deities are omitted, and he who offers the sacrifice does so with the wish, may it be in my deities. He who knows the lowest of the stomas, attaining the first place, obtains himself the first place. The Trivrit is the lowest of stomas. The Griffith occupies the first place. He who knows thus obtains the first place. And it's important that we realize that when it comes to these rituals and all, everything counts. So just because the ritual is insufficient doesn't mean that something good and beneficial hasn't been gained from it. The exposition of the satras, the Ahina sacrifices. This will be mantra 4 to 20. Oh, I mean 4 to 10. Mantra 714. The Angarasas performed a sacrificial session. They went to the world of heaven. Of them, Havishmant and Havishkrit were left behind. They desired, may we too go to the world of heaven. They too saw this two-night rite. They grasped it and sacrificed with it. Then they went to the world of heaven. He who knowing thus offers the 2-night sacrifice goes to the world of heaven. They went with the first day and arrived with the second. The first day is the Aplava. The second, the complete Kate. The first day is the Jyotishtoma form of the Agnishtoma. With it he wins splendor. The second day is an Aturatra, with all the stomas, that he may obtain and win all. On the first day, the Saman is in the Gayatri ether. The Gayatri is brilliance and splendor. Verily he bestows brilliance and splendor on himself. On the second day, the Saman is in the Trashtub meter. The Trashtub is force and strength. Verily he bestows force and strength on himself. The Saman on the first day is the Ratantara. The Ratantara is this, Arth. Verily he stands firm on this, Arth, the Saman. On the second is the Brahat. The Brahat is yonder sky. Verily he stands firm on yonder sky. They say, where are the Jagata and the Anashtupa? On the first day the Saman is that of the Panas. Verily he does not leave the Jagati. On the second it is the Shodasan. Verily he does not leave the Anashtuba. Then they say, if the days fall in the same half month, then the strength of one day only will belong to the right. The first day takes place on the night of the new moon, the second on the next day. Verily, the days fall on separate half months and have the several strengths. The first day has Havishmant, the second Havishkrit, and the finale for support. And the new moon, of course, being the most common time when the wives are separate and all that, and if the sighting of the crescent starts the new month, then the nights before that are obviously the different half month. Because remember, the new moon and the crescent and the full moon are the half month marks. Mantra 715. This was in the beginning of the waters, the ocean in it, Prajapata becoming the wind moved. He saw her, and becoming a boar he seized her. Her becoming Visvakarman he wiped. She extended, she became the earth, and hence the earth is called the earth. Literally the extended. In her, Prajapata made effort. He produced the gods, Vasus, Rudras, and Adityas. The gods said to Prajapata, let us have offspring, he said, as I have created you by penance. So seek ye offspring and penance. He gave to them Agni as a support, saying, strive with that support. They strove with Agni as a support. After a year they produced one cow. They gave it to the Vasus, Rudras, and Adityas, saying, guard it. The Vasus, Rudras, and Adityas guarded it. It produced for the Vasus, Rudras, and Adityas each 333. Thus she became the 1,000th. The gods said to Prajapata, cause sacrifice to be made to us with 1,000. He caused sacrifice to be made by the Vasus with Agnishtoma. They won this world and gave the 1,000th. He caused the sacrifice to be made by the Rudras with the Ukthya. They won the atmosphere and gave the 1,000. He caused sacrifice to be made by the Adityas with the At Tiratra, they won yonder world and gave the 1,000. Now the atmosphere was broken. Therefore the Rudras are murderous, for they have no support. Therefore they say, the midmost day of the 3-day night is not fixed, for it was moved. The Adya Sastra of the midmost day is in the Trishtub meter. He recites the Samyana hymns, then recites the Shuddhasan. That day may be made firm and be not loose. Therefore, in the 3-night rite, the first day should be an Agnishtoma, then an Ukthya, then an Atra, for the separation of these worlds. On each day in succession, he gives 300 continuously. For the continuance of these worlds, he should not break the decades, lest he should thus destroy the Viraj. Now for the 1,000th Indra and Vishnu strove. Indra reflects, by this Vishnu will appropriate all the 1,000. They made the arrangement as to it. Indra got 2/3, Vishnu the remaining third. Verily, the fact is recorded in the verse, ye twain have conquered. It is the Chabaka who recites this verse. Now, some say, the 1,000th is to be given to the Hotar. What is left over? Is left over for the Hotar. The Hotar is the receiver of what has not been taken. Then others say, it is to be given to the Unektar. This is left over of the 1,000, and of the Unetar is one of the priests who is left over. Then some say it is to be given to all those who have a place in the Sadas. Then some say it should be driven away and allowed to wander at will. Then some say it is to be given to the Brahman and the Agnid. 2 shares to the Brahman and the 1/3 to the Agnid, for the Brahman is connected with Indra, the Agnid with Vishnu. Verily the division is just as they two agreed upon. Some say the one which is beautiful and of varied color is the one to be given. Then others say the one which has 2 colors and on either side is spotted is the one to be given. For the gaining of 1,000, that indeed is the march of the 1,000. Sahasrasyayan. There are 1,000 stotriyas, 1,000 gifts to the priests. The world of heaven is measured by 1,000. Verily, sirs, for the winning of the heavenly world. Now, the heavenly world would be ultimate deity, the light beings, their realms, the what we call the Lahut, are the Absolute, the realm of divine qualities, not per se divine essence, but so that side. But among the Asura side, we end up having this imbalance, this brokenness, this lacking, which is an interesting way to look at the idea of evil, because of course in the devil card, it's not that evil has anything of its own, it's that either the material has been treated for itself, or evil ignorance is just a direction for whatever you could have got elsewhere, or maybe you don't know how it was available for elsewhere, but it has nothing unique ultimately to offer. And the Sahasrasyayana, those hymns that you have, the where you say 1,000 names of Vishnu or whatever. Mantra 716. Soma found 1,000. Indra discovered it after him. Yama approached them and said to them, "May I have a share too in it?" They said to him, "Be it so." Yama saw in one of the cows strength. He said to them, "This one has the strength of 1,000. This be mine, the rest yours." They said, "We all see that in this one is strength. Let us each have a portion." So they took shares in the one. They put her into the waters, saying, "Come out for Soma." She came out in the shape of a red-brown cow of 1 year old, together with 333. Therefore, let one buy the Soma with a red-brown cow 1 year old. He who, knowing thus, buys the Soma with a red-brown cow 1 year old, buys the Soma with 333 and sacrifices with Soma, for which he has paid a good price. They put her into the waters, saying, "Come out for Indra." She came out in the shape of a red draught animal with good characteristics, destroying foes, together with 333. Therefore, one should give a red draught animal with good characteristics, destroying foes. Therefore, with 333, therefore one should give a red draught animal with good characteristics, destroying foes. He who knowing thus gives a red draught animal with good characteristics, destroying foes, gives her as 333. They put her into the waters, saying, "Come out for Yama." She came out in the shape of an aged, stupid, utterly bad animal, together with 333. Therefore, one should offer as the funeral cow one that is aged, stupid, utterly bad. If a man knowing thus offers a cow that is aged, stupid, utterly bad, as the funeral cow, she becomes for him in yonder world 333. Speech is the 1,000th. Therefore, a boon must be given, for she is a boon. And when she is given, she is 1,000. Therefore, one must not accept a boon. She is a boon. Verily, he would be accepting 1,000. Let him say, "She is a boon," and of another, "Let this be mine." Verily, he avoids accepting 1,000. She should be spotted on either side. They say, "Let her be spotted on one side only." Spotted is the 1,000 on the other side. The one for a boon should be beautiful, perfect in form, for she is a boon. Verily it serves for prosperity. Leading her round to the north of the Agnith's place, he makes her smell the wooden tub near the Ahavaniya fire, saying, "Smell the tub, O great one, with broad stream rich in milk. Let the drops enter thee as the streams the ocean. Give me a share and 1,000, with offspring, with cattle. Let wealth again visit me." Verily, he unites him with offspring, with cattle, with wealth. He becomes rich in offspring, in cattle, and wealth. He who knows thus, having gone round the Agnith's place with her, he should offer in front, while the cow stands facing him, saying, "Ye twain have conquered. Ye are not conquered. Neither of the two of them hath been defeated. Indra and Vishnu, when ye contented, ye did divide the 1,000 into 3. The 1,000 is divided into 3 parts at the 3-night festival. Verily he makes her possessed of 1,000. He makes her the measure of 1,000. He offers to her forms. Verily he unites her with her forms. Rising up, he mutters in her ear, "O Ida, Ranta, Aditya, Sarasvati, Preya, Prayasi, Mahi, Visrute. These, O inviolable one, are thy names. Proclaim me among the gods as a doer of good deeds." Verily she proclaims him among the gods take note of him. And we could see implied the whole 111 thing, but of course the 333 is the focus here. the culling of the enemy is the representation via one with that mantra 717. By 1,000th, the sacrifice goes to the world of heaven. She makes him go to the world of heaven. Do thou make me go to the world of heaven, he says. Verily she makes him go to the world of heaven. Do thou make me go to the world of light, he says. Verily she makes him go to the world of light. Do thou make me go to all holy worlds, he says. Verily she makes him go to all holy worlds. Do thou make me go to a secure place with offspring and cattle. Let wealth again visit me, he says. Verily she establishes him with offspring and cattle and wealth, rich in offspring, cattle, and wealth. He becomes who knows this. He should give her to the Agnid, or the Brahman, or the Hotar, or the Udgatar, or the Advaryu. In giving her, he gives 1,000. 1,000 he accepts, who, not knowing, accepts her. He should accept her, saying, Thou art one, not 1,000. Thee as one I accept, not 1,000. Come to me as one, not as 1,000. Verily he who knows thus accepts her as one, not 1,000. Thou art gentle, resting well, auspicious. Come to me as gentle, while resting, auspicious. He says, verily she, becoming gentle, while resting, auspicious, comes to him, and harms him not. The theologians say, does the 1,000th follow the 1,000th? Are the 1,000 the 1,000th? If he were to let her go to the east, the 1,000th would follow the 1,000. Now, the 1,000 has no understanding, and would not recognize the world of heaven. He lets her go to the west, the 1,000 follow after her. She, knowing, goes to the world of heaven. He lets her go towards the sacrificer. Quickly 1,000 spring up. The 1,000th is the last to be taken, but the first to go to the gods. And remember, when we say gods, I'm not saying that I'm worshiping these things. I'm saying this is what the translation says. And yes, they were worshipped. But typically, most people might say angels instead. The ancient Egyptians and so many other cultures spoke of the West as the land of the dead. Yes, the earth is spread out literally and all that stuff, but a lot of cultures did believe that, there was, the sun went somewhere else other than earth.